Hello everyone, my name is Saif Alam and today I'm going to be doing the video of disability awareness. A person's disability is not a choice, it's they are affected by it, they're born with it. People has like different issues when they're affected by it. It can be not it can be many but not limited to um, physical disabilities like being handicapped. Um, it can be autism. It can be other kinds of disabilities or other kinds of mental disabilities like psychological disabilities or anything like that. But they should get accepted as everyone else. They should make them feel accepted. Others should make them feel accepted. According to research, many people are being bullied nowadays. They're being discriminated, being harassed, like writing graphic contents to them, any by social media, or bullying, lower grades. They because it results them in lower grades. Um, Even some faculty members don't treat them equally. They give them reduced grades on purpose. That's not on their assessment. It's just discriminating them, and this is pretty this is pretty painful to hear. So everyone should understand this is they have a right. They have a civil right. The American Disability Act that was imposed in 1973 was to protect the civil rights of Americans with disabilities. And Hillary Clinton has imposed that, and this is protected with everyone else in the community. Um, it's not it's not fair to do that, to discriminate them, exclude them, and they need aiding. People with disability, they need some assistance. With some assistance, with encouragement, they will be able to resume with their lives successfully, feeling that there are other people that will be there for them. People can help them. They're not alone. They, as everyone else, deserves to be socialized. And as I said, like the bystander effect when people is in need of help, or if they are like if they fall down the street or something, the bystander effect is very likely because they feel that they are not their stereotypes. Other people feel that the people with disabilities are not their stereotype, and this is not fair. People are very stereotyped nowadays, and they're not aware with people with disabilities that they are too humans. They are too born to be socially accepted as everyone else. It's the disability that impacts them. It doesn't mean that they are less intelligent. There's some people with disabilities who are high average intelligent people, but they don't realize any of that. Others. And that is the main problem today. So if we can help make them feel socially accepted, they will be able to be as a community as a whole. Then in 1990, this act was passed, and everyone was able to go to college in 1990. Especially people with disabilities, they were able to go to college. It's accessible to everyone else, and it's increasing, but it's giving them opportunities. Everyone else can work, especially them. They are competent to work. Some employers don't understand that they're competent enough to work. They should not be discriminated against their disabilities. They could be disqualified only for their competency, like their knowledge or their qualifications for the job. But the disability is just inflicting them and is impacting them. It doesn't mean that they should be treated that way. And in that, according to the natural aspect, they should be treated as everyone else. They're born with it. There's nothing you can do to. There is sometimes no cure for disabilities, but they should be accepted and they should be welcome. And now the individualized education plan, which is the IEP, has been accessible to grade school, secondary education, and middle school across the United States. And this is according to the United States Department of Education, that No Child Left Behind Act, that nobody should be discriminated, especially children with disabilities. They are not supposed to be discriminated in any circumstances. And their right of feeling accepted is their human rights. And don't think that you can ditch them and feel that they are not. They can be more competent than you are. People with disability, they can be more competent than you are, knowledge-wise or physical-wise. But it's a chronic disorder, but doesn't mean it's going to impact them. They're the same as you are. We are all human beings. They are not animals. They are not something else. They are not other species. We are everyone as a whole. We are human beings. Okay, so my advice for faculty members that teaches elementary school, middle school, and high school is to give them support, especially have administrators place them in appropriate academic settings that will make them college or career ready as they go to the workforce or they go to higher education. They should be very aware of it. They should work closely with them. They should work on clarity if they have a misconception about any concepts they learn in the classroom. Especially, you should assign grades to them that is very fair as everyone else. They should not be discriminated, or they should not be treated as special. They should be treated as everyone else equally, and they should be accepted. Okay, so but for higher education, college faculty members they should be very patient, even though they have academic freedom, but it doesn't mean they have the right to deprive students with disabilities. That is not acceptable to do that. And colleges, they have students with disabilities who have extra time. They have accommodations from disability services in their campus. But you should aid them. Doesn't mean you can modify the curriculum, but you can paraphrase some of the concepts for them if they don't understand. They just need extra support. That's the bottom line. And college professors, anybody who teaches the courses in college, they should know that. They go to college because they want to get an education as everyone else. They want to be career-wise, they want to be fit. They don't want to be deprived. They go to have they go to college to pursue bachelor's, master's, or doctorate degree, or whatever it is. But they have the same opportunity. They can have the same opportunity, and this opportunity should be given to them as everyone else. With the support, they will be able to prosper. They would able to reach their goals, long-term goals. Everyone has a goal, especially them. They have a long-term goal. And a family's affiliation need is also important for people with disabilities, because a family support can help them guide their way in their lives. They can guide them to be financially stable, to be educationally successful, and to be independent living adults. And that is very important. We all need to be together. That's the bottom line. We all need to be as a team. Especially we should make people with disabilities accepted, because they have goals, they have career plans, and they have their future. And this privilege should not be taken away from them. And the discrimination needs to be reduced, because this is not acceptable that some people are still discriminated, even though the law has passed that. But college professors in college, they need to be trained how to deal with students with disabilities. For some of them, they need to be trained to do that, because teachers, they do get a training, but professors, they get a training only to teach the class, but they don't get a training how to deal with students who are not meeting the standards and who are struggling because the disability is giving this obstacle towards them. And as faculty members, that's important. A role model as faculty members is you should encourage them to find other ways to study, to fulfill the requirements of the course in other ways, and maybe suggest them maybe a study habit, be a mentor towards them. I know it's their responsibility, but you can give them the suggestion. You cannot force them, but you can give the suggestion. That can be very helpful towards them. So the disability statistic is, hold on a minute. It is moderately, and for colleges, statistic rise, 10% of students are going to 2-year college. It's 14%, I'm sorry. 14% are going to 2-year colleges. 10% of the students population with disabilities go to 2-year colleges, and they should be accommodated. I know they have extra time. They have videotaping, or they have lecture notes, or the note taker that takes it for them. But it's not limited to that. But professors need to be very patient. They need to be gaining self-awareness about the students. And if you're a student with disability, you should discuss with your professor about your disability privately, and let them understand how they can work with you for the semester, so then the course will not be an obstacle for you. It'll be something that can be clarified, and something that you can meet the standards appropriately. So in the future, there should be people that should help people with disabilities meet their goals. Um, Also meet their future goals. Help them to become independent. Be mentors. Don't exclude them. And also in public places, don't exclude them. They're humans, as I said again. They are humans. They are the same species as you are. So don't think that this is a good idea. The good idea is just make them treat it as they're common with you. That's the bottom line. So thanks for watching.